Om Swastiastu. Before we start our debate today, let us to introduce ourselves first. My name is Niputwemi Sudani and I'm to be the affirmative team.
My name is Imade Taramawati. I'm negative team.
And today we would like to start the debate about the attend at senior high school will be better than vocational high school. So first of all, I would like to state that choosing a high school to continue your education is a very appropriate first step for those of you who after graduating want to continue the studies to the higher level of education. Senior high school, or in Indonesia called SMA, itself is a secondary school to prepare the nation's generation to be ready to compete in the world of college or university. Here is some survey from Quora.id, which is a learning online apps. That the survey is depends on actual facts which are already happen in our country about the students in senior high school and vocational high school. So in the screen you could see that in part of fight and problems in senior high school has a less percent than in a vocational high school, and in solidarity parts it has the same percent, which is 100%, both of them in senior high school or in vocational high school students. And the last here we have in lab parts. So in senior high school has the higher percents of value than in the vocational high school. So here I could find a fact about in terms of students' characteristic, high school student is way better than a vocational high school students. To strengthen my argument, here I attach some facts which is based to my experiences and some articles, some news which could be a big and important part today in our debate. So this is facts. The first one is about the senior high schools is dedicated to someone who is still confused about their own talent. So to continue the study, which is the students still confused about their own talent, senior high school is the best choices that they could make a choice to continue their study. For the second facts here, I have the school fees in high school are cheaper than a vocational schools. So school fees in high schools is because in vocational school students are prepared to be able to work directly, so that apart from learning about the material, there are also practicums and internship in the workplace. For the third facts here, I have more knowledge are obtained if you decide to study in high schools. This is because the subject matter in high school is more and wider than vocational schools, so that's why the students inside is more open and ready various ways to successfully gain further knowledge in college or university. For the fourth facts here, I have relationships can be set healthier and it is easier to get scholarships. Here, this is because the composition between male and female students is almost balanced compared to the vocational schools, where the majority of students are only male or female in relation to the majors taken. And about the scholarships, it is easy to get a scholarship either because the government really appreciates the nation's children who are smart and eager to go to school even though they came from a poor families. So here is the articles that's about a news that's the relationship in senior high school is a way better than in the vocational schools. And then this is the last facts about senior high school is more flexibility to continue the education to the public college. And this is the data from the compassnews.com that said if we decide to study at senior high school, it is more easier to us if we want to continue our study to the public college. As we know, if we want to go to study at public college, we must attend the PTN or PTS test, that which is possible to us if we study at senior high schools. And then for the next argument and next presentation will be presented by the negative teens, and Intan, time is yours.
Thank you, Amy. I don't agree with your opinion because of my experience and what I actually saw. Choosing a vocational school is better than high school because students are equipped with special skill both in theory, technique, and practice according to the select skill program. Vocational high school graduates will be ready to enter the workforce because in vocational high school, students are equipped with special skill both in theory, technique, and practice according to the select skill program. In vocational high school, theory and techniques are directly put into practice where the portion of practice is larger than the provision of material. Next slide. PKL or fieldwork practice or entrepreneurship at company. In vocational school, final semester student will experience what is called PKL or field work practice or internship at a company. Next slide. The school cooperates with several industries or companies. Vocational school usually have collaborate with several companies, so there is an opportunity to distribute to companies that have collaborate when they need workers. Next slide. Opportunity to open your own business. Vocational high school graduates with the skill they have the opportunity to open their own business or create job independently. It does not even rule out the possibility then that they open business will create jobs for other people. It can be seen from what I read on the Compass.com website, namely the story of graduating from vocational high school opening a business with turnover of 150 million rupiah per month. Next slide. Take the same college program as the major in vocational high school. After graduating from vocational high school and wanting to continue their education or college, they will feel easier when taking the same program or major. That's all about me.
Alright, thank you Intan for your argument. And here, as a final word, let us summarize our point of view. High school or vocational high school are high school level whose output can direct graduates to the workforce or help them continue to the tertiary level. The two types of high school certainly have different curricula. They have lots of differentiation in terms of the way that the educational process runs.
Both of them have their characteristic and specific way in measuring of the teaching method, kinds of subject matter, and their way to explore the student's skill. At least we will say both of them are great. In it, in it depends to the student whether they want to choosing to study in high school or vocational high school.
Alright, thank you for your all kind attention, and we would close this debate with Parmasanti Om Santi 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 Om.